Hello, today I will introduce you to a lovely little minigame called Homecoming Chess. Homecoming chess is suitable when a child has learned how to put up the pieces to begin a game of chess. What you do when you play homecoming chess is that you take away the pawns. Then by random you put out the white pieces on rank 1. Opposite, you put out the black pieces. One bishop should be placed on a white square and one bishop should be placed on a black square. For example, you could have this kind of starting position. You can see we have a king on h1, a bishop on b1, knight on c1, rooks on d1 and e1, a knight on f1, a bishop on g1, and a queen on h1. The goal with this game is to reach the starting point of a game of chess. That means that what the players should try to reach is this position. Okay? From here to here. One important thing is that you are not allowed to cross the middle of the board. That means that white can only play on the ranks 1 to 4 and black on the ranks 8 to 5. So the pieces will never be able to touch each other. Okay? You're only able to play on your side of the board. White starts, and then the players take turn, and the one reaching the initial position of a game of chess will win the game. Time to make a conclusion. In homecoming chess, you take away the pawns. You place the white pieces by random on rank 1 and the black pieces opposite on rank 8. One bishop on a black square and one on a white square. The goal is to bring the pieces to the start position of a game of chess. You cannot cross the line between rank 4 and 5 with your pieces. White starts. Players take turn to move. The first reaching the start position of a game of chess wins. Even though this game is suitable for children that is very much beginners, it's also interesting, this little mini game, for players with a little bit more experience, because what you need to do is also to have a plan how to reach the initial position as quick as possible. For example, in this position, here we have a king on h1. It should reach e1. How to make that as quick as possible? We have the queen on h1 to reach d1. How to do that? The rooks on d1 and e1 should reach the corner on h1 and the corner on a1. We have the bishops on b1 and g1 should try to reach c1 and f1 as quick as possible. And of course the knights should try to reach b1 and g1 as quick as possible. And not the least, you should coordinate the pieces so they help each other, so you can move them as quick as possible to their initial squares. What I would do in this position is to play like this. First, I bring out the bishop to d3 to be ready to reach f1. The same with the other bishop. From e3, it's ready to reach c1. Then we have the knight on f1 to go to d2, ready to reach b1. We make the same move with the other knight to be ready to reach g1. The queen is from f3 ready to reach d1 in one move. The king moves up to be ready to reach e1, and now we can bring the rooks in one move to a1 and one move to h1. This is very quick. The knights are back in place, the bishops, the queen, and now the king moves to e1. A little bit of planning is needed to coordinate the pieces so they reach the initial squares. Okay, one good thing with this little minigame is that you can have different starting positions. You could have, for example, you could have this type of position, you could have this type of position, or why not put them up like this. As long as you have one bishop on a black square and one bishop on a white square, there are different possibilities on what starting position you could have for this game. Yes, just make it, just play it. Bye.